everyone, I haven't vlogged at all today. We are hanging out. It's the back of you. We're hanging out in the basement because it's like 9 o'clock at night and we are under a tornado warning. Fantastic. So I thought I'd go ahead and start the vlog here. So I'll let you know if we make it through the night. You're wondering if I have any clothes on. I don't. And no, I'm not going to show you. But the tornado warning lapsed for now. I look like I have a black eye. This mascara is running, or eyeliner is running. But yeah, the tornado warning lapsed for now. But we have more bad storms coming in from Illinois. So I want to get a quick shower because fun little story that happened earlier today. Mike came home for lunch. And then when he went to, sorry, my armpit is itching so bad. Anybody else, when you take your bra off, you're just like, itch everything. So when Mike left for work to head back after lunch today, Levi and I came outside with him. I was going to let Levi swing a little bit. Molly had to go potty, blah, blah. Mike left. I went to take us back inside, and the door was locked. My phone was inside. My keys were inside. Both of our neighbors, well, 3 of our neighbors were gone, like nobody was around. And honestly, the only phone numbers that I have memorized are my own and my parents' house number. So if they're not even at the house, like, ain't gonna do me no good. So I had to take apart Levi's baby swing to get the rope off of it and use that to chain Molly up to our back porch swing. Not back porch swing, it's like, it's on our back patio. It's like a glider kind of a swing type deal for big people, adults, you know, not a kitty thing. I'm rambling. So we, I hooked her up, and then I picked up Levi, and I walked in 80-degree weather. I walked 1.5 miles to get to Mike's work. I don't know, some people out there are like, get over it, blah, blah, blah. People do it all the time, and honestly, I don't know how they do. Like, holy crap, that was a workout. Like, we go for mile-long walks all the time. I looked up the distance, I was like, oh, that's no big deal. Like, that's not gonna be that far. You know, we walk a mile almost every evening. The difference is that I don't walk a mile carrying an extra 22 pounds. I'm not sure how big Levi is now. I'm just throwing out a ballpark. He was like 19 pounds at his 9-month update. Now he's a year old, so 21, 22 pounds is my guess. And I had to do them all on one arm on my right hand because I had just got done donating plasma with my left. And they even tell you, don't do any heavy lifting after you donate. I don't really know why, but that's the warning they give you, so don't do any heavy lifting. So I decided to carry an extra 22 pounds with me for 1.5 miles. So got there, told Mike what happened, and he took us back home and got us in the house. Which, it's good that he was working close to home, because if he was in Wabash, we would have been stuck sitting outside for like 4 hours, or until a neighbor got home. So, I hadn't taken a shower yet, just because, like, I just felt, part of it was because I was thinking about taking our dog and putting her in the neighbor's yard, but she has a chain link fence, and she's always had bigger dogs. She doesn't have any dogs now, but she's always had bigger dogs, so it's always been secure for them. But she's never had little dogs in the fence, and I didn't know if it had any like holes or slots that she could escape from, so I didn't feel super safe about doing that. Of course, like my neighbor loves my dog, so, and she would recognize her. If she came home and my dog was in her fence, she'd be like, why are you here? But like, she would recognize, you know, that that's our dog. But I was worried she would get out, or that somebody would like let her out because of where the gate's at. Like, someone could easily just open my neighbor's gate and let her out, which I don't think anybody would, because like if somebody wanted to get her out of our backyard, like they could just walk in the backyard and take her out when she's chained up. But I knew I couldn't walk Molly with me because, one, that would have been a handful carrying around a dog. Well, for one, I had to carry the dog in one arm and the boy in the other, because though I was able to chain her up using the rope from Levi's baby swing, I was not able to completely detach the rope from the baby swing. I just took the baby swing down and attached the dog to one end. There was a baby swing in the middle, and then took the other end and hooked it to the swing. So she was hanging out in the backyard and had to drag the baby swing around with her. But I was heading over to my neighbor's yard to put the dog in the fence, which I did actually do because I was thinking about doing it, and then I like had the thought of like, you know, what if there's holes? And I stepped in a hole in our yard and I fell. Thankfully, Levi was actually in the baby swing at the moment, like it was still hooked up, and I just put him there to keep him safe. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna put the dog in the neighbor's fence, and then I'm gonna, you know, head downtown. And So I'm walking over to the neighbor's fence, carrying the dog, and my foot goes in a hole in the ground and I fall over and I twisted my ankle. My foot was like still in the hole and it like twisted like that. So I was really like afraid that I did some damage, and it still hurts, but I don't think I really seriously hurt it or anything. It's not swelling up, it's not bruising, it's just really sore. And it happens to be the same foot that I twisted when I went running like probably like 2 months ago now, a month and a half ago. I haven't gone running in so long. I feel like it's just been so busy and so hot out. Like, I need to get back to doing it, but it's like miserable out. It's like hot and humid. So anyways, Mike brought us back home, and Molly was fine, brought her back inside. I had to take care of Levi, get him fed, get him down for a nap, and then I just wanted to sit down and relax. Like, I was just so hot and so sweaty. I was wearing leggings, and they're LuLaRoe leggings, and those things are just not made for summer. I don't typically wear them a lot right now because they are so warm, but at BioLife for plasma donation, it gets so cold in there that I like to wear them because they keep me warm. So I had those on, and so I was just like pouring buckets of sweat, and I was tired from carrying Levi, and so I just never got around to getting a shower. And then Mike got home and I had to make dinner, and he got a shower, and then I was gonna get a shower, and then tornado warnings went off, and there was several tornadoes on the ground in our area. Thankfully, the one that was closest to us was actually south of us, moving southeast. But that put my parents in the crosshairs, and one of my best friends, Heather, you guys would have seen her a couple vlogs ago, that put their homes and their neighborhood like right in the crosshairs. So thankfully the warning is like gone and over with. That storm is heading into Sharpsville and Tipton and like other towns, which my cousins, 2 of them live in. Keisha, you met her already. So like her and Chelsea are like in the crosshairs now. So I'm like texting them like, hey, are you guys okay? What's going on? But I just got done watching the WTHR weather, whatever. Actually, go like them on Facebook. Like if that's a weather service you guys watch, I don't know. But they like put the live feed on their Facebook, so I was watching that, and it said that, you know, storms for Kokomo were good for right now. You got some rain going on, but you're okay for now, but more storms coming through the night, and there may be more tornado warnings to come. So I thought, I stink, I don't want to sleep like this, I'm gonna jump in the shower. So I've been sitting here talking to you guys for 7 minutes, wasting time. Could be another tornado coming. So I'm gonna go jump in the shower, get all clean, and head to bed, and I'll let you guys know if we end up back in the basement or not.
Cass, including Galveston, or in western Howard County, including Kokomo. So please seek shelter immediately. The storm is still rotating and still extremely dangerous. Again, tornado warnings in effect for southeastern Cass, western Howard County, and southeastern Carroll County. We currently have 2 tornado warnings in effect that are for the same storm. So just to clarify, we have a tornadic cell that's pushing out of Carroll and is right on that line of Cass, Carroll, and Howard counties, and will be pushing towards Kokomo over the next several minutes. So as this storm continues to get closer, it is still rotating, still very dangerous, and being this late into the evening, it's hard telling exactly what it's going to look like as far as a tornado actually on the ground. We simply can't see it, so please seek shelter immediately if you are in western Carroll, southern Cass, including Galveston, or in western Howard County, including the west end of Kokomo. So please seek shelter immediately.
Well, guys, we're back in the basement. I'm sure you guys just heard that lovely warning. We were all in bed. It's gonna be a long night. Good morning, internet friends. It is Monday or Tuesday. It's Tuesday today. We had an early start to the day. Last night, after all those storms, or it was kind of in between all the storms, someone posted that they were going to be having a garage sale today starting at 8:30 in the morning, and they were selling one of those, like, I forget what they're called, but they're like these play cubes with a slide attached. I will insert a picture okay? That's what it looks like. It's not the one that we bought, that's just one I nabbed offline. The one we bought is currently in pieces in the back of my car. But I've been trying to find one of those for Levi for like months now. I was wanting to get him one for his birthday. And every time I would find one online, like it would get sold immediately. And I didn't want to pay full price for it, 'cause if I remember right, they're like close to 200, 150, 200. I could be way off on that. It's been like 3 or 4 months since I looked up the price. But they're expensive to buy brand new. And I had one as a kid and I loved it. Like I have memories of playing on this thing. I loved it so much. So I really wanted Levi to have one. And yeah, every time I found one on a garage sale site, like it got sold super quickly and I could just never get it. So when this lady posted that she was doing a garage sale this morning starting at like 8:30 in the morning, I asked her, you know, how much the slide was. She said $25, and I made sure I was there. I showed up at like 8:20 and she just happened to open up the garage, and I was like, I saw the slide and I was like, hi, I know I'm super early, but I seen your post. Can I buy the slide? She's like, yeah, sure. So like I bought it, and you know, I told her, I was like, you know, I've been trying to get one of these, but like they're so hard to get a hold of. And she's like, oh, well, you know, that's awesome. I'm glad you're able to get this one. Got it loaded up. She walked back to her garage. I put Levi back in the car and got in the car. And as I was getting in the car, I overheard somebody say, do you still have the slide? And I looked up and there was a lady standing in her driveway talking to her about the slide. And the lady said, sorry, it sold first thing this morning. And that lady showed up at like 8:36. I showed up at like 8:20. I was the first person at her garage sale. The other lady was the second. So yeah, I was pretty excited. I was able to nab it. Like literally, if I had showed up just a little bit later, it would have been gone. So yeah, I was really glad we could get that. And then I swung by McDonald's because I really do like McDonald's breakfast. So I feel like I've been eating a lot of McDonald's here lately because like, I don't know what it is with Levi here lately. But like he's a finicky eater unless it's like junk food, and then he's all about it. Because he used to be super good with like fruits and vegetables. He's still really good with fruit. But vegetables, like I could put a veggie in on his tray and he would like gobble it up. Now it's like a hit or miss. Now it's like a hit or miss, and it's so hard to get him to eat. It's really hard to get him to eat breakfast. My arms are really sore. Probably from that long walk I had yesterday. I'm gonna come down here. Rest my arms on the counter. There we go. Dropped you on the sink. That feels better though. So yeah, I swung through McDonald's and picked up breakfast. I gave him a breakfast cookie this morning and he seemed to really like it. I need to clean my kitchen, so excuse the mess here. That's what I'm getting ready to do. But anyways, there are these breakfast cookies. They're Benton's breakfast biscuits. I've had the name brand of these from like Walmart. They're really good, but I seen these ones at Aldi's and I thought maybe he'll like them. They come in a pack of 4, and of course you get a whole box of them. And he seemed to like it okay, but he ate one cookie, and that's all I could get him to eat. And it's like when it comes to breakfast stuff, like he's just like not interested anymore. Like he's fighting me on his oatmeal. I was giving him baby oatmeal like every morning for breakfast. It was like the fruity kind. I would add applesauce to it, and now he doesn't really want it. He'll put a hurtin' on a banana. He'll eat that. But otherwise, there's been a few times this week I've just had to give him a bottle, and even then he'll only drink like 2 ounces in the morning. So I think he's gonna be like Mike, where he just doesn't want to eat breakfast, which is fine, I think. I just want to make sure he's getting enough to eat, you know? So we picked those up to let him try them. Like I said, he ate like 1 cookie. So went ahead and went through McDonald's, and I got the what's it called, bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. I love those. They're so good. And I picked Levi up a hash brown, and he really liked it. He ate the whole thing. So at least I was able to get some food in him. Just good. You can really see my freckles in this lighting. Oh my goodness. I wish my freckles showed like all year, all the time, but they don't. My cousin, one of them, has freckles all over, and I think they're the cutest things, and she hates them. But yeah, so that's just kind of been our morning. I'm getting ready to clean the kitchen because we have dishes out from dinner last night that I just didn't get around to cleaning. So yeah, we survived the storms, if you haven't noticed, but there's a lot of flooding. There's a lot of roads closed. I had like a harder time getting to that garage sale this morning because there was like detours because of roads being flooded out. There's people who like their basements are flooded. I haven't been downstairs to check mine. I'm hoping it's okay. It has flooded one time since we moved in, but it wasn't like super bad. I mean, any kind of flooding is bad, but this wasn't like the whole basement. This was like our basement drain backed up, and so it was like a small area of our basement by the drain was flooded. But it the water actually never got to anything, and the drain eventually unclogged and took it all down. But I haven't been downstairs yet today to see if it flooded last night or not, which not much I can do if it did, and the drain may have already cleared out, so I might never know. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get these dishes done. My arms are tired. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, we're back in the office. I'm doing more adulting. It's still a mess. Yeah, I know. Anyways, if you guys would have watched my videos from last week, I mentioned how, for anyone who's been following, okay, you know that I've got some things in collections that we've been trying to get paid off and figured out. It's been a whole mess. Last week, I mentioned that I thought like 3 more things fell into collections from the hospital. And I'm on Credit Karma looking right now because I was getting ready to call the hospital and be like, look, why are these things going into collections? Like, I'm on a payment plan with you guys. They shouldn't be falling through, you know? So I got on here to figure out, you know, how much is in collections from the hospital, you know, what are the account numbers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at it, and the $1,300 debt that I thought went into collections and the $633 debt that I thought went into collections from the hospital are actually my credit card debts that we've already paid off. I just like assumed that Credit Karma would have been updated by now, and I didn't think to look over on the left-hand side where it says where the debts are held. I was looking over on the right-hand side of the numbers, just assuming they're all hospital debts because the credit cards were paid off. So that makes me feel so much better. I have technically 3 debts in collections, which is what it should be at. Well, technically 2 of them I don't think should even be there because I'm on the payment plan with the hospital, and like 3 debts fell through back a few months ago because I had a late payment. And when I called to make the payment like a week late, I asked, like, am I going to be okay, or is anything going to go into collections? And they're like, oh, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Like, you won't have any problems. And then 3 things went to collections. So I have a $218 debt and a $179 debt. I had a $78 one, but we paid that one off last week. So I'm going to call the hospital right now and ask them and be like, hey, you know, why is the 218 and the 179 in collections? I'm going to tell them I just noticed it. I'm going to lie. But, because, like, I'm in a payment plan with them, and technically that shouldn't have came out. I mean, that's what they told me on the phone was, you are fine, nothing's going to go into collections from that. So, I mean, maybe they can move it over. If they can't move it over, I have, like, 150, I think, from BioLife. I guess my lowest one is 179. So I guess Friday I should be able to pay that after I donate on Friday. And then I'd be left with the 218. Or maybe I have 250 in my account. It might be 250, so I might be able to just call up and pay off the 218 one right now. But, yeah, I feel so much better realizing those are not in collections. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank goodness. So, but it does look like my original $2,000 one, if you guys have been following me, you know what that's from. It's from when I went to physical therapy. It looks like it's changed hands because everything was in Med1 Solutions, and now this one is with something called Indiana Mutual CR Associates, which that's like $2,000. So like we can't really pay that one off right now. I'd like to get these 2 smaller ones done and over with, and then at tax time I'm wanting to pay off the big one, and then everything will be out of collections. But I can't really pay that until then. But something I might be able to do after I get these 2 smaller ones paid off is like see if I could set up like a $35 a month payment plan or something like that, and just pay them a little bit every month from when I donate plasma, and then, you know, at tax time pay them off completely. But yeah, that's just what's going on. I just had to call the place that had the debt for my credit cards and ask them about a letter I'm supposed to be getting, because for everyone who doesn't know, I got sued from them for the debt of like $633. Anyone who wants to judge me, you can judge me. It's fine. I was young. I was dumb. I took out credit cards 6 years ago. I was irresponsible with them. They went into collections. I had some bad advice given to me saying that if they're in collections, don't pay them because you don't owe them anything anymore. It turns out that is bad advice. don't believe it. You still owe it. So now I'm trying to like get it all taken care of. It's a learning process, okay? People make mistakes. You learn from it. Learn from my mistakes. Be smart. If you have things in collections, pay them off. Don't piddle around with them and just not pay them off. Anyways, yeah, so I paid off the credit cards. They were supposed to send me a letter for me to sign and send it to their attorney so that they would like cease, you know, action against me. And I called and asked about it because like the lady that I paid the credit cards off with said that I would get the letter within 10 days. It's been like maybe 14 days. So I called them like, hey, I haven't got my letter yet. And the guy was like, oh, well, you know, we can't give you like an exact date on when you're going to get the letter. It's a process, but your account has been reviewed by the attorney and the attorneys know that you've paid it. Like, okay then. I don't know why one person told me 10 days and another person's telling me, oh, we don't know when you're going to get it, but I guess I'll just keep an eye out for it. And if I don't get it within another 2 weeks maybe, I'll probably call back and be like, hey, what's going on? Because I really want to just get this all taken care of and be done with it. But now I need to call the hospital about the 218 and the 179. I don't know if they will do anything about that or not because it's been a minute, you know. So hopefully that they'll be like, oh yeah, we see that's on our fault and like pull it back out of collections. But I don't know if they can do that or not. And if they can't do it, I don't feel super horrible about it because like it's smaller amounts. We can handle that. I can pay one of them off like right now. So, you know, it's a, back when I thought it was like $1,000 and a $633 account plus the 129 plus the 218, I was like, holy freaking goodness, I'm never going to get out of debt. Like, I will forever have things in collections. But now that I know it's smaller amounts, it's kind of like, okay, well, like, you know, if they can't pull it back over to the hospital side, then it's manageable. This room looks horrible from right here. Like I have so much clothes I need to go through and sell, and I've just been so lazy with it. My ring light's back there with the box because I was going to do a review. So the box will get thrown away eventually. This milk crate and this like folder file is sitting in there is what I originally used to film YouTube videos with, and I set my phone up with it. So I'm planning on doing a whole video about like how I started YouTube and like my beginner's equipment. So I've got all that back there, and as soon as I film that video, that's going to get tossed out. This is Levi's birthday stuff. We have his piñatas back there. That's a tote full of more clothes I need to go through. Those are Mike's swords. I keep telling him like we need to get them hung up, but like we haven't done it. We have computer monitors because my husband's an IT guy, and so we have like cables and cords and computer stuff everywhere. At least we can kind of contain it back here. We have like a giant box over in this area. That red box back there, that's just full of computer wires. You got that big white pillow back there. I use that when I get sick because it props me up. And then underneath of that is like a quilt baggie, like the kind that you buy in the store, you know, that your quilt comes in. And we have like our bed sheets and stuff in there. What else is back there? This filing cabinet we need to sell. That's Levi's Easter basket. He ended up getting like 3 of them in this year. The church gave him one. My mom gave him one. We got him one. And then he got one from his other grandma, but she keeps that at her house and refills it every year. So, I don't know, maybe I should get a hold of my mom and see if she wants the lamb back and see if she can keep it and refill it every year. We just need to get back here and like clean all this crap out. I just haven't gotten around to it. So much junk. I don't even know what's in this guy over here. I don't even know what's in there. It's Mike's stuff. It's probably like super old, like Nintendo Game Boy games. I'm tired. Anyways, I just want to I just want to come on here and tell you guys what's going on as far as all that stuff's concerned, because I know some of you have been following me concerning the debt that we have. So that's what's going on. So that makes me feel so much better. Like that is giving me so much stress, you guys know about, and like that feels so much like that is manageable. That's not like I can literally pay one of those off right now if they won't send it back to the hospital side. And part of me kind of just wants to pay it off, so it's dumb, because even if it has to go back to the hospital side, like I have to keep paying on it. But on the other hand, like I kind of want to keep saving the money up in the plasma account, because Mike and I were talking about it, and between the two of us, since he's donating now and I'm donating, we're both going to have like $2,000 by Christmas if we just keep saving it, which would be like a huge financial like weight off of us. Like I don't think it costs us like $1,000 to do Christmas. But it would be kind of nice. Oh, Credit Karma just logged me out. It would be kind of nice, you know, to have that money saved up. And honestly, if we saved it up till Christmas and felt like we could do Christmas financially out of pocket, which when we've done it every year out of pocket, it just puts a strain on us. If we were able to do that, then if we kept saving the money up, then like next spring, between the two of us, we could probably afford to put a privacy fence, because they quoted it me at like $2,500 to put up a privacy fence. No, $3,000. So, I mean, we might not be able to do the entire thing, but we could probably do like a big part of the yard and get it fenced off. So, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go and make this phone call. Oh, that's why I got on here, just to talk to you guys, because like every time I go to have to make phone calls, like I have like this anxious feeling, and this has nothing to do with like the anxiety attacks I've been having. Like I've felt anxious. Like I worked for Verizon doing their customer service like 5 years ago, maybe, doing their call lines. I forget, it's going out of my head. You know, people call you and you have to handle their accounts and all that stuff. Anyways, like I hated that job. Hated it. I needed to do a story time on it. It was awful. People just called in to yell at you. Like for 8 hours that I worked every week, people just called in to yell at me about their accounts. And so after that, like anytime I have to call somebody, I have like anxiousness. Like it's not super bad. I never have an attack over it, but like I seriously hate calling places to handle things, like even if it's something simple, you know. And like I know, like I'm the customer, and I know I've talked about this before. I know I'm not the customer, so like they're probably having the same feelings, like, oh my god, somebody's calling me. But yeah, now that I have to like call places, I'm always like, they're gonna be mad at me, even though like I'm calling to make a payment and it's gonna make their life easier. But be nice to people when they call you. Like I get like the cold callers, like those get annoying, but like when you have to call and talk to people to like handle your accounts, be nice to them. Seriously, like they are just doing their job. They are everyday people. I know you are aggravated. I know you are frustrated. I know it is annoying, but they are just everyday people trying to do their job. Don't lose that disconnect that you're talking to another human being on the phone. Like seriously. But yeah, it was I hated that job. Like, I love my coworkers, but I hated that job. I couldn't take it. And now, forever, I will have anxiety about calling people to handle bills or whatever. Like I said, it's not a big deal. It's kind of like this anxious, uncomfortable feeling. Like, I'm gonna get yelled at. I have to go to the bathroom, so I will talk to you guys in a little bit, and then, like, after the bathroom, I'm gonna handle the hospital stuff. Maybe they can pull them. Maybe they can't. I don't know. I gotta pee. I'll talk to you in a little bit. So I'm doing my makeup, and someone decides to drive in here and see me driving backwards. Got some mad driving skills, huh? And drives backwards. Phoebe. Hi. Papa? 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 Mama? Mama? Ma? Ma. Ba. Really now? So good morning. It is Wednesday. I'm just getting ready to take him to story time. I think we have to leave here in like the next 20 minutes or so. Didn't really film any yesterday. I had a friend come over. I hadn't hung out with her in ages. So she brought her daughter over. Our kid's crazy. Like, okay, me and Shelby have been friends since like the 3rd grade, right? And now we have kids that are like less than a year apart, right? Like I think her daughter is 4 months old and Levi is a year. So Levi was like 8 or 9 months when Emma was born. So it's crazy that we have kids so close in age. So we had our first play date. Our first play date since like the 5th grade. So that was fun. But yeah, we just hung out and caught up and talked, and it was just nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all that happened yesterday. And then Mike came home, we had dinner. Nothing too exciting. Like I said, today I'm going to be taking him to story time. What? What? Ah. Oh my goodness. And then after story time and after Levi comes home and takes a nap, we're gonna go to the 4-H fair with my mom. So that'll be fun.
It's hip-hop. Weather today will be sunny.
We were riding in the car one day, heading to a friend to play, listening to the sound.
Let's rock.
Okay, I'm out of breath. We just got done at story time. We've been done for a little bit. It's all about pirates. Levi really enjoyed it. He's been doing the summer reading program, and since he completed last week's reading, he got a rubber ducky. Sorry, I'm looking at the dog. Our yard! Molly! Thank you! Anyways, he got a rubber ducky, and he got a coupon for Chili's. So we'll have to take him there sometime so we can use his coupon for a free meal. Not for us, for him. It's for a kid's meal, and he'll eat anything you give him, pretty much. But he's getting pickier, which is annoying. Where'd you go? She's back there. She's not feeling the best. She threw up in her crate last night, and so she's been out here like eating grass. Not really sure what's wrong with her. Probably just ate too much last night because Levi kept throwing all of his food on the floor. She kept eating all of it, and she probably just ate too much. Anyways, on the way back home, I noticed that somebody 2 streets over from us threw out a dining room table with a chair, and then somebody on the back alley here threw out a really nice dresser. So I came home and I put Levi down for a nap, locked up the house, and I went down the street and got the furniture. And I feel kind of guilty about that. And on one hand, I'm like, he was fine. Like, he's in his crib, he's sleeping, he has his bottle, and he'll be down for like 2 hours. And it's like, I was gonna be in the backyard putting together his slide. You can see it in pieces over there. I was gonna be out here putting a slide together while he napped anyways. And it's like, is there such a big difference between being in the backyard and running down the street for like 5 minutes? I don't know. I feel kind of guilty about it. But on the other hand, like, every time we go down to the basement for tornadoes, like, we have to stand because we have no place to sit. So I was like, okay, we could put this, you know, table and the chair in the basement, and we have another chair in the garage that I think will match the table. Not that it matters, and this table's like not in the best condition. It's kind of beat up. Like, it's decent. It's sturdy, but it's kind of beat up. Which is fine with me because our basement holds a lot of moisture, but it'll serve its purpose for a place to sit when we have to be down there for tornadoes. And then the dresser, I was looking for the dog. I can probably get like 20 bucks out of. So I don't know, some people are going to say that I'm a horrible parent for doing that. Other people are going to say it's no big deal. But he's still sleeping. I just checked on him and he's fine. He's asleep. I figured he would be. So I guess running down to get the table and chair is the one that made me feel the most guilty because it was the furthest away. It was 2 streets over, which isn't that far. Like, it took me like a minute to drive there, if that. And then the dresser was just here at the end of the alley, which isn't that far down. It's like 5 houses down, if that. So that one I didn't feel too bad about. I don't know. But do you guys ever leave your kids at home when they're sleeping? Like, if you have to just run down the street really quickly? I know some people do it and other people don't, and it's totally controversial, and I never thought that I would. But then I seen these pieces and it's like, you know, those are some nice furniture pieces and they're not going to sit there long. They had, you know, they just got put out. So I didn't even think the table and chair would be there by the time I got down there to get it. But that's just what's going on. I can show you the pieces I just went and grabbed. Here's the dining room table. It's a nice table with a leaf in it. Or not a leaf, but it's like it folds. So the folds might be broken. That might be why they threw it out. I haven't checked, and I don't really care because it's going in my basement for something to sit at. And it'll also be nice for like gift wrapping, a place to do gift wrapping at. And then here's the chair. It's got some cobwebs on it, so I need to clean it off. But it looks sturdy enough. I imagine it's going to be just fine. And then, as I mentioned, we have another chair in the garage, and it pretty much looks exactly like this one, but I think ours is the blonde wood all the way up, whereas this one is white here. And it definitely needs a good scrub, and it's kind of nasty right through here. It should be pretty easy to clean. And then here's what the dresser looks like. Poor Molly. She's down here like trying to sit in the shade. You don't feel good, do you, girlfriend? Do sicky puppy.
Little sicky puppy.
So this is the dresser right here. It's not like a super expensive dresser or anything. I'm sure whoever bought it paid a good $50 to $100 for it. But that's kind of what it looks like. And then here's all the shelves. I had to take them out because it's just too heavy for me to carry, put the shelves in. But it's a pretty nice sturdy dresser. It's got a little bit of damage right down here, but I've seen dressers looking worse than this go for like 20 to 30. So I'll list at 20. So I'm gonna come take it off my hands. And if nobody wants it for 20, I'll go 10. I mean, I got it for free, so anything's profit. But those are my finds. And then here's my project while Levi is sleeping, is to put that all away. Or together, I should say. Good morning, everyone. Walking a dining room chair back into the dining room. Just trying to eat breakfast, and Levi was yelling at me. He thought I needed to share, and I didn't feel like it. So I ate it in the kitchen. Which brings me to the point that I think that we maybe need to get some stools for the kitchen. Because we have our island here, which needs to be cleaned off. And I think we could put some stools here, and that'd be nice and give us another place to sit. So I'm thinking maybe that's something we should do. We kind of make it a tight space, though, between the island and the dresser here. Which we like to use this for extra storage. Currently, it's full of all the drinks for Levi's party today, which he is a whole year old. Crazy to think about. This time last year, I was in the worst pain of my life trying to get that big head to come out. Anyway, yeah, so I haven't vlogged in like 2 days, which is fine. You didn't really miss a lot. Yesterday I went and donated plasma, and I'm not really sure what happened with my right arm, but like stopped putting out blood. So they had to switch me to my left arm, so I got poked in both, which kind of sucked. Not a huge deal. So that happened, and then Mom and I went to the mall poking around a little bit, and she's so sweet. I have the best mom ever. Bath & Body Works is having a sale on some perfumes, and she picked me up the Limoncello perfume. I've been trying so hard not to buy any more perfumes until I use up what I have, because I have quite a bit, but I throughout the year tend to accumulate 1 or 2 new ones. But it's not like I used to. I used to just like buy Bath & Body Works in bulk anytime they had a sale. So I don't think I really went on a Bath & Body Works buying spree in probably 2-ish years. I think that's about right. So working on using up my stock. So anyways, Mom bought me this, and I thought that was really sweet, and it smells really good. It's like oh, what do you call it, a lemon meringue. That's what it smells like, lemon meringue pie. And then the day before that, on Thursday, today is Saturday, we went to he has things to say. We went to Mike's parents because they do a monthly birthday party for everybody whose birthday is within that particular month. So this birthday party was for Levi and one of the cousins and one of Levi's uncles, Mike's brother-in-law.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Levi. Happy birthday to you.
Blow it out.
Go like this.
Woo!
You know what I just did?
What is this?
And on our way there, we stopped off at this soaporium where they make homemade soaps, and I picked up some bath bombs because to begin with, I wanted to get this one for Levi. It's a Pokebomb. Looks like a Pokemon ball, and inside of here is a toy. So he loves taking baths, and I thought that might be fun. He might really enjoy that. He's still a little too little for bubble baths. I tried a bubble bath. I tried a bubble bath with him one time, and he tried to eat the bubbles. Shocker, I know. But I figured this I can probably keep out of his hands, and he'll get a toy out of it. So he might really like that. Then I picked a few up for myself because I love bath bombs, and these are so nicely priced. I will leave a link to their Facebook group down below because they're only like $3 per bath bomb, which is a really good deal. I was looking at Bath & Body Works because they have bath bombs now, and they want 6 per bath bomb. So these are 3 per. So I picked up a sweet pea. Amber Romance, which smells a lot like the Victoria's Secret perfume. I'm really excited. Oh my god, it smells just like it. I'm so excited about that. I love Amber Romance. I got a black raspberry vanilla. And last one in here is Love Struck. And it's a glitter ball. So I'm excited to try that one too. That's pretty much all that's going on like the last 2 days. You haven't missed much. On Wednesday, I went to the fair with my mom. I was going to vlog for you guys. But this Soaporium was supposed to have a booth set up at the fair. And I so badly wanted to get one of those Pokemon bath balls for Levi and for the cousin who had his birthday. And we spent nearly the entire time we were at the fair hunting for this booth. And we got there so early that a lot of booths weren't open. And I say it like we were there forever. We weren't. But there was like a big storm coming in. And so we got there. We hunted for the booth. Couldn't find it. So we grabbed some fried vegetables and went home because it started to rain. So we weren't there very long. Just long enough to take a trip around where they put the shops at and leave. So I didn't film any for you guys, I'm sorry. And I think today's the last day for the fair, so I don't know that we're going to go back. We might, since, I don't know. It'll depend on how everything works out with his birthday party, because his birthday party is at 2. So, I don't know if we'll have time to go to the fair or not, because it's from 2 to 4. I mean, we might. I don't know if Mike will want to go or not. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on right now. I think we have everything ready for Levi's party. Mike is going to be picking up Levi's birthday cake on his way home. He went to donate plasma this morning. We all had to get up super early so Mike could go donate / need to get Levi up so that I could put him down for a nap by like 11ish, because we have to get him up by like 1 because we have to be at the party place by 1:30. And if he doesn't get a nap, he turns into a giant bear. So it wouldn't be a very happy birthday party. It would be a very grumpy birthday party. So we got him up at like 7:30 maybe. He's had food and he's in his jumper, so I'm just like trying to play with him and wear him out so he'll sleep really good for his nap. But that's all that's going on. I do plan to film some of his birthday party, so that will be included in this vlog. But otherwise, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Look at that birthday boy. He's standing. You got up all by yourself, didn't you? Look what you're doing. You're standing up. You're standing. Look at you. You scream too much? Choke up? Huh? Get yourself choked up? Yeah! The super baby. Look at you standing. Look at you standing. Look at you, big boy. Look at you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So this is Levi's birthday cake. Mike went and picked it up a little bit ago. It is really big. Should be enough for everybody though. If everybody comes out, we're gonna have a lot of people, like 20 some odd kids. His first birthday. We had to do Mickey and the Roadster Racers because they didn't have Mickey's Clubhouse. They were out of the kit for doing it. But I'm excited. Looks really cute. And I'll show you guys his smash cake. Look at this over here. 3 trash bags and it's full of cotton candy. I mean, they're individually bagged bags of cotton candy, but still 3 trash bags full of cotton candy. But that's all of the party favors we're handing out. We figured everybody's gonna like cotton candy because we're gonna have kids of all different ages, ranging from Levi being, well, he's not even gonna be the youngest. I guess Paisley would be the youngest. She's 11 months. All the way up to the oldest being 13 or 14. So we figured we'll just do a cotton candy. Our sister-in-law has a cotton candy machine, and I think we paid like $10 for 2 boxes of cotton candy mix, sugar, whatever you want to call it, and I made all of that. So, and we could have made more, but I'm hoping that's enough. That's a lot of cotton candy. His birthday presents, one of them is a car seat. The big one is a car seat, and then the one up there is a toy that we got him. But let me show you his smash cake. It's covered in sprinkles. The actual cake won't fit in the fridge, so like I hope it's okay. But we got him a colossal cupcake and we covered it in sprinkles. So cute. So cute, got a little minky thing up there. And then like I think we only, oh, I guess it was $7. Okay, never mind. I thought it was only like $2 for a fossil cupcake. I guess not. But $7 for a smash cake, I guess that's not too badly priced. I'm not sure how much everything came to for the cakes. Probably a lot of money. Ooh, okay. Looks like it was like 60 for everything. So it was 7 for the smash cake and 52 for the sheet cake. Birthdays are expensive. I'm glad we started planning this back in like February, March, because that's when we rented out the building. We got that paid for, and then we just kind of like got everything over time. And so this last paycheck, the only thing we had to take out money for was getting his cake. So that's a pro tip, I guess. If you have a child's birthday coming up, plan in advance, months in advance, and give yourself plenty of time so you're not like in crunch mode with needing everything. We started buying stuff all along the way, so we already had plates and cups and all that. We had everything. We just, you know, bought it, spaced it out, and bought it over time. But right now I'm just waiting for Mike to get back home. He just went to go get ice from Walmart. He's been gone probably, I'd say 20 minutes now, so he should be home any time. And then once he gets home, I have to run to the Dollar Tree and get some balloons, because the place we're having his birthday party at, it has, I won't say it's hard to get to, it's not, but like the entrance into it is kind of confusing. So I'm thinking if we put balloons out front by the gate, people will know, okay, hey, I gotta turn at this gate, because it's hard to see. It's in this gymnasium at this church, and the gym is in the very back of the church, and from the front of the, it's confusing, like the front of the church used to be all one big church, okay? Then the front part, like the chapel part of the church, got bought out. It used to be all Catholic. Well, then the front part of the church got bought out by, what are they? Lutherans? And then the back half of the church, I think is still owned by Catholics, but it's a school, pretty much. And then in the back part of the side part of the church, which is still run by the Catholics, is how you get to the gymnasium. And from one street, you can clearly see the gym, but there's no entrance. And the street that you enter in for the gym on, it's like kind of hard to see that you enter there. It's all confusing. None of it matters. But we need to get some balloons to put out by the gate to be like, enter here, this is where the party is happening. So I have to go get balloons, but I think it's like 11, probably getting close to noon now. What's my, oh, that's off. That says 10:46, so that's wrong. My oven clearly needs an update on its timing. But yeah, it's getting probably pretty close to a noon, I would say. So Levi is down for his nap. So he should be in a good mood by birthday time, and hopefully he'll enjoy himself. That's the plan. But I think my just pulled up. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.